This playthrough is rated T for teen.
The music of the loadings, or the main setting area before you go into battle over the course of the game. What's a way to, set the mood and calm us down before the high intact action? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Front Mission 4. In the last episode, we started this great new game, and, well, I guess it's hard to state that it's great when we just played the beginning. It can only get better from here, folks, I swear to you. But last time we did the training mission for Elsa, and we're part of a group called Durandal. We're here to test wanzers for, I guess, the European Union, which is the ECS, I believe, or whatever. It's been forever. But anyway, we're just here to train and everything like that. But before we get into the battle and leave for the next step, which, every time we leave this area, it's going to be battle. It's time to go on. Time to talk to our fellow comrades. Let's see. Select to Z. You can also select tutorial from the simulator for additional information. We expect more tutorials to be added in the future, so take a look at the tutorial list from time to time. I think you said that before. Let's see if you repeat yourself. Sometimes in some areas it's best to talk to a person multiple times just in case if you miss something. And certain things you can unlock in the game require you to do that, so keep that in mind. The simulator isn't limited to testing and researching wanzer tactics. It can also create fairly accurate combat simulations or situations. I'm still writing the simulated battle programs. Once I'm done, you should try them out and do some training. Now, this is similar to the previous game where you could go do simulators to get like extra experience and stuff like that, so keep that in mind as well. And in this game, to unlock simulators, usually you just do the story. However, there's a few unique situations we'll keep an eye out for when it gets to it, but we won't have to worry about that for quite a few battles, so you can don't have to stress it at the very beginning of the game. Now, before we do any of the more simulator tutorials types, before we do the actual battle, because it won't take too long, let's set up Elsa for future engagements when we actually get to it. In the last episode, the game showed us the tutorial on like Elsa's stats here. So yeah, she's very basic, points, skill slots, and everything like that. So let's make her more awesome, shall we? We only got so many to do at the beginning because we've only got so much EP, which we'll get more over battle and other such methods. You could upgrade your computer or your rank if you really want to, but it's not that important to do it at the very beginning. What I would suggest is AP is always a must. Always buy that. So now evasion's pretty good. Not getting hit. However, we are playing a numbers game here, and there is still a percentile chance of evasion missing. So I don't find this a top priority at the beginning of the game. When you have extra AP, or if you grind for AP, then obviously buy it and equip it and whatever. But at the beginning of the game, when we have so much points, you kind of want to pick and choose. So, but oh yeah, I guess I should have read over the other one. But all it was just you get +1 AP. So. Evasion, +3 evasion, raise evasion by 3%. Pilots with higher evasion dodge attacks easier. However, pilot cannot dodge on a monster with 0 evasion, which can happen if you lose your legs. But the machine gun level, this is another big one you should always prioritize. Proficiency enhancement raises machine gun proficiency level by 1. Pilots with high weapon proficiency levels deal more damage. The maximum proficiency level for all weapons is 3. So yeah, we definitely want to buy machine gun level 1. And then you can there's 2 abilities. There's 3 abilities, I guess, technically. But 1 is obvious to buy. Rapid fire number 1. For those who played Front Mission 3, it's the same concept. You get more rounds per shot. So 120% more or just 20% more. So you get a few extra bullets depending on how much ammo or how many shots the weapon takes. It really depends. But this can work kind of like the first game works with machine guns and shotguns. So, but yeah, we definitely want to buy this. And then the only other 2 options are Panic Shot and Terror Shot. Now, Panic Shot is interesting because it has the chance, and like most skills in other games, they have a chance of activating or not activating depending on situation. So it won't always guarantee it, but sometimes you want those stuff you want to activate to be guaranteed more than others. So this one lowers the accuracy of enemy targets. So if it activates for the rest of the battle, unless they use an item or do something very specific, like they either have a skill or they use an item to clean it, they'll have half accuracy throughout the rest of the battle, which is pretty awesome. Not getting hit and plus your evasion is a very good thing to do, but yeah, and it works with machine gun, shotgun, rifle, bazooka types. However, there's another one, Terror Shot. This one lowers the evasion of the target by half. Now, I find this considerably better than I like improving my accuracy than reducing the accuracy of my enemies, because, like I said, we're playing a numbers game here. So I'd rather improve my ability to hit than his ability to hit, if that makes any sense. And this also works with machine gun, shotgun, rifle, and bazooka. So this one is a priority first. So obviously, you'll eventually buy all these anyway, but I'm just talking about if you're trying to play a minimal playthrough or not trying to grind EP, which I try not to do in the third game. I did have to do a little bit of grinding to keep my weapon levels to a reasonable extent so I could actually do reasonable damage. So anyway, after we do that, let's set our skills. So let's rapid shot and terror shot, because they only cost 2. We'll get better ones later on, but for now, that's all we got. So yep, Elsa's already looking good. So now let's go over some of the tutorial. We won't go over everything, because we've kind of like a pilot setup. We've already done that. And then I might still pick some of these anyway, just to kind of give you an idea, like for those who aren't familiar with the game. Now, I could probably explain it, but sometimes the game does a little bit better job than I could. So this one is the basic rules tutorial. So this basically tells you, well, how levels are set up and everything like that. So, clear, time of day, complete the exercise. Phase 1. Combat in this game is turn-based. Well, obviously, so players and enemy turns take turns moving and attacking. The player's turn of action is called the player phase, and the enemy's turn of action is called the enemy phase. These two phases constitute as a single turn. HP bars are displayed at the beat of each unit. You can identify units' affiliation by the HP bar's color. You have blue for the good guys and orange for the bad guys. Blue HP bars are displayed for the players, and red. Oh, I guess that's red? That was orange to me, but I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind or something like that. The HP bars represent the current HP total of all parts. So if it's flashing, it means, yeah, one of your parts is about to be destroyed. It's less than 30%. So keep that in mind if you're not paying attention to all your stats. Yeah, all your stats are on the bottom of the screen. You have the portrait, got your HP, BP. BP is the backpack, which it says there. Right now she's got item type, which means she uses items and stuff like that. But in this game, they actually have I think they have a new backpack type, if I remember correctly, because in the last game, there was power, item. Actually, I think there was just power and item, actually. This game, I believe they added a third backpack type, if I recall. But anyway. Armor type, yeah, armor type is the different weapon versions. There's piercing damage, bludgeoning damage, and firing damage. I think they added a new one, too, but... yeah, 7 backpack types in this game. So, item, yeah, turbo backpacks, which give, yeah, that's what was in the previous game. Jetpacks, that's right. Jetpacks, which allow you to reach higher altitudes. Oh boy. Wait, how come they didn't have jetpacks in number 3? Doesn't the third game take place after this? Well, that's the problem with making a game series after the fact, so. Repair backpacks, yeah, so now you can repair. So, you can just use a backpack to repair damaged units instead of having to use the item unit, so they make it very specified. And the EMP backpacks, which are induce status damage on enemies, like attack down and stuff like that. So, and sensor backpacks, which guide missiles to nearby targets. So yeah, so kind of like in the last game where you had chafe or whatever it was. Now you can get a backpack that basically, well, actually, chafe was meant to ignore enemy fire. This one's a bit differently, which helps ally units, which we'll get to that when we go over the missile tutorial. And radio backpacks call in air support, so that's a new thing too, getting radio air support from the, in this case, the Durandal. 3 armor types, yeah, piercing, it's the same as the last game, piercing, impact, and fire resistance. And you can change them like in the previous game to depending on your setup. Yeah, reduces the effectiveness of stuff by 30% if for whatever weapon they're defending against. Yeah, the weapon type, which is the machine gun in this case. Yeah, damage is how many attacks and how much damage, or current ammo, max ammo, and damage ammo. And then yeah, you see the number of ammo down the bottom, 100, and then the HP bars. So that's pretty straightforward. Reaches 0, the unit is destroyed. Yep, that's obvious. Legs are destroyed. You can only move 1 square and can't avoid attacks. Gray bar is our pilot experience level. When it fills up, it gains level. Yep. Higher levels and opponents will receive accuracy. Oh, I forgot about this one. If you're have a higher level, then you get accuracy bonuses. So it almost benefits you to grind. Although I'll try to keep my grinding to bare minimum, so that there's enough challenge, but I'm not getting racked either. So yeah, it tells point at target, shows the data. Yeah, just reverse order, same thing. So, and then we end actions. So yeah, I'm just kind of skimming through some of this stuff because some of this stuff's pretty obvious. This is why I do sometimes still do tutorials, even though I'm aware of the game, because sometimes I'll forget small details over the course of years and stuff like that. Yeah, multiple players, all units won't move unless you go to like the main menu to end your turn. If you just end it, it'll just end that player's turn. Yeah, start pressing turn. So, and yeah, we also have quick saves and stuff like that too. But I don't know if the game will ever talk about that as well. Kind of like in the previous game, you can do that too. Yeah, can't attack and use items in both phases. That's obvious. Cannot move after attacking either. Yeah, that's another thing. So if your strategy must be planned around the fact of when you want to attack. So make sure to move before you attack if that's the case, or use an item. So kind of like in D&D. No wait. Yeah, we can end the tutorial. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, can't attack and then move. Unfortunately, we can't use our legs after we do stuff. So now we'll do basic actions. That one's pretty straightforward too, but I'll just skim over it. Mainly, it's just for me to familiarize myself with certain tactics. So, all right. Let's see. Moving units. The player begins on displayed. Highlighted blue. X to the destination point. Yeah, but unfortunately we can't like speed up the movement in the tutorial section. Attack units. Can attack units within your square. Yep. You can press L1 to... Okay. I forgot that there was a little button to like switch between available targets, so that'll make it a lot easier than having to back out and highlight it. So, yeah, stay on unit if it's out of range. Square to change your weapons out. Easy peasy. See, displayed in blue. Yep, red is there. To fire, obviously, from the tutorial, the enemy has no. Yeah, he's not gonna fire back. Loser. And then yeah, you can cycle between. Okay, so you can cycle between enemy units or friendly units with R1, so that makes it a little bit easier. So. Yep, and then when they all end, yep, we already know about moving the camera and zooming in. So items are available in item backpacks. Yep, we know about that with the item function. And obviously, usually you can only do it within the same square. So choose the item. Yep, heal the damaged part. That's if you have the item, or if you get the repair backpack later. It's like in the last game. It just depends on what unit or how your unit is focused. Like some characters all have as pure damage characters, and then others all have as like support batteries, basically. Depending on the character. Usually the game kind of designates certain characters, kind of like in the previous game. Although you could technically play anyone how you wanted to, but there were certain pilots had certain benefits to doing certain weapons and stuff like that. You know. There's plenty of discussions and stuff like that about that online, but yeah, that really MS ammo does missile ammo. That's how you reload it. Reloads all types. Yeah, they have a different ammo for each. Oh yeah, in the previous game, I think, well, you had unlimited ammo, so you didn't have to worry about that. In this game, you have to have ammo. Although, I don't know how often it'll happen where I'll have to actually reload actual ammo outside of missiles, though. I don't think I've ever gotten to the point where I've ran out of bullets with a single weapon during a battle outside of backpacks, I think. I don't remember anyway. Maybe in certain simulations, I guess, or something, but anyway. Yeah, view, status from menu. Yeah, what they can do, what parts they have and everything. Oh yeah, and you can check their links. Yeah, the name of the weapons, current parts. Yeah, their pilot data, their support units, or support options, or whatever. Yeah, you can check their skills. If you've forgotten, or you can check enemy skills. That's also another function. Oh yeah, it shows the attack links, but that's another tutorial on that. Oh, I can't wait till we get into links and setting those up. Oh, it'll be glorious. Yeah, like this game like does a lot of cool features that the third game didn't have. And that's what you usually do with a sequel, is you usually kind of fix stuff that didn't kind of work before, but then you tighten up you tighten up stuff that worked to be more efficient, but then you add new things that maybe will work to smooth the gameplay or give it a little bit more strategy involved into it. This is the firearms tutorial. It talks about all the stuff you can do in the game, missiles and stuff like that. Yeah, it talks about the range of weapons. Rifles and bazookas have 8. Shotguns have 3. Machine guns have 4. But yeah, the farther away from you are from a target, the lower your accuracy is. So that's the challenge of figuring out like how close do you want to be to your target. Yeah, it talks about the accuracy displayed, and yeah, there's going to be, and like in the previous game, there's going to be certain like either height differences or trees or whatever that'll block your accuracy. You also have to figure out like where to move and when to shoot and stuff like that. Yeah, it's darker, yeah, as it intersects, so it means it's blocking your path. Yeah, wait till we get to the missiles. That'll be the biggest change, and you'll notice, and you'll almost cry. Although, when I played the third game, I think I remember missing with the missiles quite often. I always get pissed when that happened. Height also affects it. In this case, having I have the higher ground, Anakin. Yeah, that was going to happen eventually. I think that was like that in the previous game, too, if I remember. Height also increased your accuracy, too. Yeah, harder to hit if you're higher because of the altitude and everything like that. So, yep. So if you can, that's why like packs like the jetpack are not a bad idea, especially if you decide to go with sniper builds and stuff like that. Represents accuracy of your line of fire. So the faster movement represents higher accuracy. So if it's slower, it'll be a slow line. I actually forgot about that the line indicated how your accuracy, how fast or slow, even though you can see the percentages of it, but yeah, melee units can only attack melee, which is the square in front of them. So yeah, it wants me to actually attack them just to show it off. I thought it was just gonna auto do it. You suck, Zed. Zed is well, we'll find out how Zed's build is, but he'll be similar to a female scientist from the third game, if that makes sense. Yeah, 1 AP to use melee, so they're really, it's like in the previous game, they're really cheap, but you have to get really in close, so, you know, you'll always counterattack if you're in melee range, so, but melee is, well, melee has its points, because it does like a ton of damage, but when I played the third game, I had 2 different paths I did. In the third game, in the first playthrough I didn't utilize my melee units as well until I redid the harder campaign. So yeah, we're done with that. So yeah, I know I probably should easily skip these and get onto the game, but I just kind of want to go over these just well, like I said, to remind myself of certain things, but also for the sake of the player, for those who maybe want a quick crash course if they're unaware of these types of games. Because, you know, one game's always someone's newest experience, you know, or someone who's never played that genre before. Yeah, counterattacking, you always counterattack as long as they have the range or the AP to do so. Haha, Elsa's too fast for you. You're too slow. Yeah, they'll usually counter in similar ways, depending on what's going on. You can choose to counterattack again. Yeah, if you have the AP, you can counterattack. It kind of depends on like certain skills and abilities. If you want to counterattack, usually you want to counterattack, but there may be a few instances where you don't want to. Like if you feel like you won't be able to hit that target, or you might get attacked by another enemy unit, and you're like, I'll save it for that guy, maybe I'll do more damage to him, that type of thing. So, yeah, sufficient AP, the weapon has ammo, And if you can counterattack with that in range, line of fire, yep. That's how you can counterattack. So, shotgun to the face. Oh, by the way, it's Kazuya was the hero from the last game, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Elsa's designed similar to his build, the machine gun build, if you kept him to that build. A lot of people who play the game would eventually take him off that, and either give him just a pure shotgun shield build or whatever. But machine guns and shotguns may be fired twice, yeah. So that's the difference that they added to this game. Before they could only shoot once, but now they can shoot multiple times or twice with their AP. Other ones like bazookas and stuff like that can only fire once. Whether the pilot is attacking or defending, the type of weapon is using, and the speed attribute. Yeah. If the attacker and defender have the same speed attribute, they go with the attacker is given the advantage, yeah. Yeah, speed kind of has a minor effect in this. I don't know how often it ever really came up, like in terms of if you go first and stuff like that. But I know in the third game there were certain situations where if you were melee, you always went first, but I think that is different in this game. But speed, one-handed weapons are fastest. Okay, two-handed weapons, and then melee weapons. Okay. Each category, shotguns are faster than machine guns. Oh, that's interesting. Rifles are faster than bazookas. Well, that's obvious. All melee weapons, however, are equal in speed. Okay, so melee weapons all go at the same time. Or speed-wise, anyway. Oh, and then we can just show off the... Yeah, they make combat in this game a lot more dynamic, as you can see there, because the way it worked is because of the way the speed worked. That she didn't get to shoot her shotgun both times. She only got to shoot once, then he counted, and then she attacked and stuff like that. And based on his weapon he's using and all that, so yeah, they make the fights a lot more, like, I guess the word is quick. Oh yeah, let's go to the missiles. They changed missiles a bit, and well, you'll find out. I think it is for the better. It makes more sense. But the craziness of the third game is you could shoot a missile no matter where you were in the map. As long as it hit the squares, it didn't matter. It would hit the target, quote unquote. It would hit them in their location. It's just based on accuracy. This time they added a new feature to the game. Well, yeah, missiles don't provoke counterattacks. That would be silly. Yeah, it's not just accuracy anymore. Oh no. And yeah, they added navigation to the game, like in terms of, yeah, the missiles can crash into objects before they even hit the target. Yeah, now you actually have to pay attention to positioning when using missile weapons in this game. Yeah, unfortunately, no crazy hiding behind. Well, I guess I understand why they added it, because it was kind of silly. Like, you try to get away from a missile, and then if you hit behind a building, it still hits you, and you're like, but I'm like in the building, you know. So, well, not quite, but yeah, it's saying, hey, try various positions, see how it works. Well, let's just show you what happens if you try to hit him from like behind a building. Yep, it explodes on impact on the building. Yeah. Oh well. It also kind of depends on where the enemy, like, I could be behind this building, but if the enemy's like here or here or something like that, then the missiles will, I believe, will still hit. I'm trying to remember exactly, because it's where they are positioned on it, but it also depends on where you're facing too, so you also have to keep that in mind. So actually, I didn't even hit him from there anyway, so yeah, see, and then I'll step out and hit him, and then we'll hit him just fine. And boom. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, he's just got to stay put as we try out the different positionings or whatever. So I just want to show one more, if I can get over here before the tutorial ends, just to show you, like, facing also kind of dictates like what you hit. So, oh, I can't. Okay, maybe if I could do it from here, just to show another. focus. I'm trying to show a spot where, even if you're behind a building, you can still hit it, like because of the way it's positioned. But yeah, you can only use ammo or so many missiles, so you'll have to reload it. So usually you want to give your missile users the item backpack, so they can refill their missile launchers, whatever. Yeah, that's the big thing in this game is the missiles just can't shoot from anywhere. So not a big deal, but I thought it saddens me that you can't just shoot missiles from right next to buildings anymore. But all right, let's go over the AP system. That one's also pretty simple too, but I thought I'd go through it, and then we'll fight a battle today, folks. Worry not. It'll just be a long episode. After that, we won't have to worry about that. Now I'll have to figure out when to show off simulations as well. I'm trying to decide if I'll make those separate episodes. I probably will, depending on how long certain simulations take. So, yep, action points for every action in the game, whether it be movement or attacking. 0, you can't do anything. Current AP is shown on the board. You move the cursor, shows how much AP is used. Oh, yeah. And then you can designate the spot. And you can perform other actions with AP. Depending on the pilot or what skills you bought is how much AP will be restored per battle. Now that I've raised my AP to 11, I'll now not completely always fill up my AP until later on with Elsa, because she can only restore 10 AP per turn. So, yeah, you must use AP to attack enemy units. Must spend 4 to attack with a machine gun, or 1 with a... Oh, sorry about that. Just recording a little later than I usually do with these games, so I try not to, because then you might catch me with a yawn or something like that. And it's not like the game is boring. It's just, I'm in a certain mindset at the moment. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead before we do the first battle. Always save it, and always in a new slot, because you never know. All right, we've talked to everyone and set everyone up, and I think we have a good understanding of battle. Let's see how our first true engagement goes. Let's end this diplomacy. Dismissed. All right, time for Elsa's welcoming party. What are we are going now? Yes, why not? Yeah, remember, we're not an army, so take it easy. Ah, all right. Yeah, she's probably hard to get. It's like most people who are in the army. It's hard to become a civilian sometimes, because she was in the army at one point, and then now she's doing civilian work. The governments of the world are seeking answers today after a series of coordinated attacks wreaked havoc on German military installations. Yeah, we saw that at the beginning of the game during that cutscene. The German government announced that unknown assailants damaged 5 of its bases beyond repair. In an ongoing emergency meeting in Paris, Assembly members are attempting to organize a collaborative investigation of the attacks. However, due to recent uncooperative trends amongst EC leaders, progress is expected to be as slow as best. And it's government and red tape for you. Well, how does that affect us? The media are the uncooperative ones, I tell you. I'm sorry, did you say something, sir? No, nothing. And we have placed all our troops on the highest alert. I advise you to do the same with your forces. Have you begun an investigation of the identity of the assailants yet? Of course. Glacia, step forward. Who is this? This is Brigadier General Glacia of the German Army. He is also the head of our National Special Forces Squadron, the Blair Nabel. Sorry, I'm going to be terrible with these. I have appointed him as leader of the investigation. Gentlemen. I can't really do a German voice, so he'd be heavy German if I could really do a good German voice, but perhaps I should have practiced a bit more. But gentlemen, we have already begun a sweep of the German army and Blair Nebel bases that were attacked. From the data we have gathered so far, we'd estimated that there were at least 4 companies of enemy airborne units participating in the attack. How, 4 companies of wanzers, how did they manage to sneak into the EC unnoticed? We were German surveillance units doing. Oh man, I shouldn't be trying to give all these people accents. Who are these attackers? Why did they attack those German bases? Gentlemen, please calm down. The investigation has just begun. We will find the answers to these questions in due time. I would like to propose a reconstruction of the EC Army's command echelons, a reevaluation of the personnel in order to prevent anything like this happening again. I understand your concern, but we cannot shift the military balance with the EC so easily. If you can't tell, Nolan's the British ambassador. Are you attempting to use this incident as an excuse to strengthen your country's military? Garcia, this incident and your suggestions must be considered separately. I would advise you to focus your efforts on the investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Glace, should give Nolan a Cockney accent. Yeah, Glacier, I would like you to... that's not a Cockney accent. Never mind. Add a few people to the investigation team. He could be the posh British man. Sir, with all due respect, we do not need the help of the British Army. This is a domestic problem. No, this is an EC problem. It would not be advisable for an EC institution to take part in the investigation. I agree with Mr. Nolan. Ah, he does have a point. It is reasonable. Fair enough. Do you have any objections, Alicia? Who is it that you propose to send? The EC Army Tactical Research Corps, Durandal, based in the UK. They are the specialists in wanzer combat. They should be more than qualified for the job. Ah, we're getting wrapped up into something even though we're not in the military. But whatever. I love this theme. You're going to hear it a lot, folks, by the way. This game doesn't have a ton of unique themes to it, weirdly enough, but they're all great. I think the soundtrack to this is only an hour long or something like that, if I remember. Actually, it might be a bit longer than that. Maybe 2 hours, but still. Usually you can tell, like, certain, like, how the soundtrack is depending on the length of the soundtrack without repeating the same song again, but in a different variation. I think From Mission 3 soundtrack was...
Who's in command?
Yes, I am. I think From Mission 3 soundtrack's like 3 hours or something like that.
This is Z. I am charged with leading our investigation. Are you a member of the Blauer Nabel?
Okay, it's Blauer Nabel. Okay, good to know.
I am Wagner, the commander.
Wagner? Are you gonna create a great opera or something like that?
At your service, Commander.
Ooh, I just love the way Elsa talks.
We would like to start our investigation immediately. We'll be coming out in our wanzers.
Don't shoot! And no, this Elsa is much better than the Elsa from that one movie.
Before you do so, let me make one thing clear. The Blauer Nabel will lead this investigation. You will be updated of our progress, but are advised to stay out of our way.
Oh. Got a hotshot over here, huh?
What? But we're here under the official sanction of the EC Central Assembly.
Well, that hasn't stopped hotshots before.
That is all. Now, if you will excuse me.
Well, he doesn't want you stepping on his toes.
Wait!
Oh, man, what a badass.
Hey, take it easy. We don't want to pick a fight with him.
Did they use a different, like microphone for different recording studios? Because I swear that Hermes' voice actor sounds slightly different, like in terms of sound quality, as opposed to the other characters.
But...
Oh, maybe it's because they're not talking on the through either the microphones or someone that they're actually talking to each other. Oh, nice attention to detail.
They have their own way of doing things. Don't forget that someone just slaughtered their compatriots, and they're not in the best of moods.
Oh yeah, that would piss me off too, I guess. Okay, ...
But don't worry. We have our own way of doing things as well. Take your wanzer out. We're searching the base.
Well, that sounds vulgar.
Understood.
Well, I guess we're here to just assist or be fancy placates. So, Elsa here, how are things on your side? Zine brought back some parts from the attacker wanzers and a few shell casings from their weapons. We're just about to start analyzing them with the transports computer. Can you give us a report on your search area? It is bad. I cannot believe that one of the best armies in the EC would suffer such great losses. Oh, even in the future, Germany has a great army. Ugh. No. Yes, nor can I. I am done with my search, so I can be returning shortly. Please keep the cargo bay door open. Roger, we'll be waiting. It looks like Elsa's doing this solo. Where's the other two? I guess they're back at base or whatever. I am back. How is the analysis going? Not good. There's nothing on the wanzer parts, weapons, or casings that tell us where the attackers came from. They made sure to not be able to be tracked back to them, huh? You cannot even determine the make of the wanzers? Everything's burnt up pretty bad. It looks like these wanzers had self-destruct charges in every joint. Fiends. I can't believe anyone would write these things. Almost like fancy suicide machines, almost. The pods I recovered are in the same state. I guess the chances of retrieving any information from them are slim to nil. There's barely anything left of the pilots. This is definitely not the work of terrorists. No, well, actually, I mean, it could be in a sense, but I get what he's going with. I see. You seem troubled, Elsa. What is it? It does not make sense. Why would anyone go through all the trouble of performing synchronous attacks on 5 different bases so far from the border, then just disappear? Maybe they're massive trolls? Yes, it is puzzling. Germany's surveillance system is top class, too. They will never miss a large wing or transport planes crossing their borders, unless it's an inside job. What's your opinion, Elsa? I think they must have entered the EC by air, landed somewhere that would serve as a base camp, and traveled overland to their objectives. Yeah, we saw that in the cutscene. Did you read the script, Elsa? They must have taken the same route to escape. Isn't that a little risky, though? Someone would be bound to see you. Technically, in real life, everyone's always seen, no matter what event or occurrence, whether it be murder or whatever. It's just how often do the people truly notice or pipe up to tell someone about it. No, Elsa's right. If you know a safe route and take your time, it's possible to avoid detection. If we only knew what the making of the attacking wanzers, we could narrow down the probable escape routes based on the wanzers' operational range. Wait, we can still do that. All we have to do is base our calculations on the longest operational range of all known wanzers. Hermes? I'm on it. Elsa, give me a hand. Pop. Ah! Sure. Like, she takes her hand, whatever.
What are they doing?
Well, they're talking. They're just standing there and talking. That's all they ever do. They just sit here and talk. They did that last week, and they're doing it today. Just sitting there and talking.
I can't tell, sir, but it seems like they're checking something inside their transport.
I wonder if anyone will get that reference. Why are they watching us like that? Kind of creepy. Especially Germans watching you. Germans are creepy. You know it's true.
Have them followed. I want to know where they're going.
An untrusting fellow you are.
Yes, sir.
But why? Now, it'd be scarier if they were, like, laughing. Now we actually kind of have a... Well, actually, the previous game did, too. Like, an idea of where we're going, so... Huh, we're going all the way to Denmark. I knew it! The Danes! No one ever suspect the Danes. The Danes are technically like the Canadians of Europe, when you think about it. So no one would ever expect them. Or they use that as a base of operations, so... Huh, this area just looks like the place we just came from almost, except no base. Well, you know, you can only do so much.
Yeah, this is the place. Even if a large transport plane landed here, the locals would just think they saw a UFO or something.
I mean, what? This is 2096, right? I mean, well, no, I guess in any era there's always bumpkins and stuff like that, so...
Good. Let's try to land.
Try? I mean, it looks like you have a plane that can just basically... Whoa!
Whoa! They're shooting at us!
Yeah, you and me both. Hermes, we had the same reaction.
We must land here, one way or another.
Be hell or high water.
I know! I know!
I am preparing for combat.
What?
I'm going with you.
Oh, yay! We'll leave Hermes to pilot the plane. So, yeah, we get a new party member with Zed. Or Zed, whatever. He has a donkey buster, or bone buster weapon, and the donkey rocket. Yeah, Zed is basically Emma from the previous game, or I forgot who was in Alicia's camp leader, who was the rocket launcher person in that one. Yeah, he'll be our rocket person for the game, so yeah, obviously we're gonna do both characters, so looks like we have 3 targets? Okay, so 3 targets, so obviously you want Elsa to be as close as you can, and Zed to be far away, since, you know. Alright, clear time of day, destroy all units. Yes, sir. Hermes, lift off and stay out of range. You don't have to tell me twice. I don't have a wanzer. Yeah, let us go. Elsa, is this your first time in actual combat? Outside of simulations. Yes, but I'll be alright. Oh, you're the French army, but I guess technically you don't have to be the army and see combat. You could have training, but whatever, so. Alright, so usually, like most things, you usually want to weaken your target before attacking them. So, what is your cost? 10. Okay, so we can get a little bit of use out of, a little bit of movement out of you. Oh yeah, I guess I should show off his status. So yeah, he's got no speed, no evasion, 0 on everything, and we don't have attack links yet at this point in the game. Donkey Monster does 88 damage when it hits, and his Donkey Rocket does 80 damage, but for 2 shots, so 2 parts are going to take 80 damage. Pretty good at this point. Really the big thing is the range and everything like that, so anyway. Oh, right, does it show his... No skills or anything like that, and I believe his AP restoration is also 10 if I recall. So anyway, sorry, yeah, let's just attack the closest guy, this question mark dude. Yeah, he's got no armor at this point, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about that yet. So don't worry, we will eventually. So come on, hit. Yeah, alright, excellent. Alright. Oh, I guess I could go over targets too. So, alright, we got a question mark guy in his Lane outfit. It's got 6% evasion, 3 speed, and 1 in machine gun and shotgun, so he can do a bit of damage. So, no skills to speak of. I believe all the targets are like that, if I recall. Yeah, no skills. But this guy uses a shotgun instead. No armor yet. And then... Oh yeah, we couldn't really, because this is kind of more of a early stage, we couldn't really set our armor and everything like that yet, but nothing we really need to worry about. Let's see, and then the final guy, same thing, no skills, and he also has a shotgun. Now if you want to make the most use out of Elsa's attack range, what you want to do is want to attack with your shotgun and then counterattack with the machine gun if you can. If not, then don't worry about it too much. So yeah, we want to try to get the most. Basically, like I said, it's a numbers game. We want to get the most options and ways to get more damage out of this. So at this point, it's going to be using the shotgun. So ooh, we unlocked Terror Shot. Nice. Oh heck yeah! Good start, game. Good start. Yeah, we got extra damage because we were able to basically able to stack both. Well, it is supposed to. Well, I guess he. Oh yeah, it reduces his evasion, not whatever. So we hit with. After that, we hit with most of our shots. So now he's got that effect on him throughout the whole game. And yeah, unfortunately, he moved out of range. So I probably should have moved a little bit closer, but oh well. Not a bad start. All right, have already had a combat situation where. Oh, I guess he does restore AP 12. Never mind. Alright, let's just fire with the missiles again. Weaken this guy. Nice. They're getting pretty lucky on the missile attacks. Although he's probably going to end up like moving out of the way again, but we'll see what happens. So. Yeah, no combos this time. Oh well. Counterattack. Interesting. Wonder why. But anyway, now that we've done that, now I can counterattack with my machine gun this time. So yeah, it's gonna be hitting me a bit this time. But ooh, no, we dodged the first shot anyway. Nice. Now you probably think that'd be kind of counterproductive to use the shotgun instead of machine gun now that we've gotten the +1. Oh yeah, in this game, everyone gets experience, so we don't have to worry about like a character missing out because they didn't get the kill. I mean, I kind of like characters getting like unique experience based off them, but I'd rather it saves on trying to min-max or trying to use characters that aren't performing up to snuff, if that makes sense. So yeah, with the Zed or Zed, whatever, you always want to use his AP because he should never be worrying about counterattacking and everything like that. So. In this case, I think I do want to get a bit closer and just hit with the shotgun again. I'm trying to get multiple attacks, and 2, I'm trying to get terror shot to activate, so that'll help me with my accuracy. So if it activates, not always gonna activate. There. Oh, rapid fire activated. Nice. I mean, I prefer rapid fire, but if I had a choice, either one, but I prefer rapid fire. But terror shot would be. Yeah, I don't have AAP in this case because I had to move closer. So unfortunately, nothing I can do. Man, I'm getting really lucky for not buying the evasion ability. Elsa's doing pretty good on avoiding stuff. I'll admit, man. That's my girl. Oh right, I did move a bit close. Yeah, we always want to have Zed always attacking no matter what. So we'll just leave him put, and the guys are gonna come to us anyway. They will soon come to us. Yeah, he's like, hey, you shot me with that missile. How dare you, sir? And I'm like, well, how dare I? I'm gonna hit you with this shotgun to the face. How do you like them apples? Ah, he dodged one. Oh well. Dodge? Oh well. Yeah, always, well, at least at the beginning of the game, this is how I'm usually gonna go. So, shotgun and then machine gun for counter. Ooh, nice. Haha. Yeah, now that'll help me with hitting him next time around. I'll probably have Elsa probably finish him off. She'll probably do enough damage, so we'll have Zed move and missile the other guy. Yeah, I have plenty of missiles, so we shouldn't run out of missiles during this fight at all, unless you just like don't have Elsa do anything, which I don't know why you would. That's the actions of a crazy person, you know. Yes. Oh, and don't worry about like, in the previous game you had to like capture mechs and all this other stuff. Don't worry about that in this game for the most part. So we don't have to worry about like trying to figure out all these skills to try and capture mechs. At least at this point. So, all right, counter with the machine gun again. And Elsa's taking a beat. Ooh, yes. Like I said, with the machine gun, I prefer rapid fire to activate, but really either skill. And like I said, it helps. I don't know if it actually shows on his thing when if he's hit with like an ability or whatnot. There probably is. But anyway. Okay, let's actually, yeah, let's get Zed missiling her. Or him. I assume it's him. I don't know. It's kind of funny when he shoots the missile from behind. He's like, "Hey, watch this," and he like shoots without even looking. You know, man, what an awesome guy. Man, what a guy. Oh, but he doesn't have enough AP, so rapid fire. Ah, too bad I didn't blow off his gun hand. Oh well. I probably could have gotten this done in like one last turn, but oh well. Ooh, we're getting really close to full damage though. Ah, so close. No, turn 7, I guess. Oh well, what can you do? All right, let's finish off with Zed. Go. Zed's dead, baby. Not in this case though. Oh, what the heck, man? This guy just won't stay dead. He won't stay down? Alright, let's just finish him off with a shotgun, so that should do enough damage. Woo! They're Dungeon mates. And we gain a level. Yay! And we gain a decent amount of money. Gain extra experience for our EP for our characters. And since no one got knocked out, we don't have to pay maintenance. Yeah, if your characters get destroyed, you lose money because you have to fix the machine through combat. So, not bad for first physical combat, Elsa. You did quite a good job. Oh yeah, we are awesome.
The feeling's mutual.
Oh yeah.
There were fewer of them than I expected.
Yeah, 3. That's kind of surprising for this group.
It seems like they had already started to retreat.
No, we just barely caught the tail end, huh?
But if that was the case, they should have been taking all of the equipment here with them. Judging by the way they do things, they should have gotten rid of any proof that they were ever here.
Oh yeah, they would have done like what is it called? Burn and run, or fire and run, or whatever. It was the main thing I remember from Russia when the Germans were during World War II. They would basically burn everything and destroy everything while they were chasing them across Russia to Moscow, and so the Germans had like no supplies while getting to Moscow, which hurt them in the long run.
Good point.
I think there is a specific term for it, but I can't remember.
Still, it looks like they left in a hurry.
Do you think they knew we were coming?
Yeah, probably.
I would certainly hope not.
But, you know, with games with conspiracies, who knows?
In any case, let's search the place. We should also retrieve the remains of the enemy wanzers for further analysis.
Even though they mostly burn up, but maybe we can find something, maybe we'll get lucky.
It's a waste of time if you ask me. This place is as burned up as that German base.
Well, not with that attitude, Hermes. Yeah, who knows what we can find. But what else will we find? Will we find the information we needed? Who are the people that have been attacking the German bases? Has the Durandal set itself into a situation that they can't handle? Find out next time in the next episode of Front Mission 4. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.